What's up, everyone? My name is David Warren. Thank you so much for watching today. I want to talk to you about new graduate nurse practitioner salary and what you can expect to make as a new graduate nurse practitioner. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you my #1 tip for increasing your salary as a new graduate nurse practitioner. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and watch out for future videos. I did a video a couple months ago that addressed nurse practitioner salary, but it was more focused on the experienced nurse practitioner and not the new graduate. And so today I really want to focus on new graduate nurse practitioner salary. There are so many factors that contribute to new graduate nurse practitioner salary. I think the biggest one is, at least where I live in Dallas-Fort Worth, there is an oversaturation of the market. There are so many nurse practitioners that are being churned out by these online programs. At least in Dallas-Fort Worth, there are like 4 programs that are just cranking them out: family nurse practitioner, acute care, whatever specialty you want, every semester. And these people are having trouble finding jobs. And when they do find jobs, they are accepting salary that is way, way below anything that anybody should be accepting just because they can't find a job. And that is really driving down the price and the value of the nurse practitioner and even the PA profession. And that's really unfortunate. But I think that is a huge factor that you have to consider when you are thinking about new graduate nurse practitioner pay. Where are you at? Are you in a place that has an oversaturated market? Are you in a place that is more urban or more remote or rural? Where are you practicing? That's kind of the first question you have to ask yourself. I want to first talk about the outpatient setting. So for family nurse practitioners or primary care nurse practitioners that are practicing in a clinic 8 to 5, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, no weekends, no holidays, I've seen salaries as low as $60,000 to $70,000 a year. And that is just absolutely insane. Going back to when I was a new graduate, so 2013, 2014, it wasn't like that. You know, there weren't that many nurse practitioners then. There were quite a few, but not as many as there are now. And salaries weren't that low. And, you know, when I see that today, my eyes are like, what is going on? That's nuts that people are accepting a job for $60,000 or $70,000. And again, that's not all places, but a lot of the things I've seen, they're advertising $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 for a family practice position. And again, these are desired positions. I mean, pretty much everybody that goes back, from an RN to an NP, they want to get out of the shift work. They want to get out of the bedside. They want to get out of working holidays and weekends. And the family practice clinic is where that's at. Primary care, you work, again, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, 9 to 5, no weekends, no holidays. You get a lunch, you get a schedule. That's what people want that go back to nurse practitioner school. Not everybody, not me, and not a lot of people, but there are a lot of people who want to go back for that. And that's such a low number, $60,000 to $70,000 a year. I've seen multiple positions that are offering that, and I'm like, what is going on? And so that's not abnormal. I've actually seen that around different cities in the United States as well. There are different places offering that low to new graduate nurse practitioners. And the bad thing is they're taking it. New graduates are taking that because they can't find a job. They can't lock down a position. So they're accepting numbers that are just drastically lower than anything anybody's ever seen before. And it's driving the market down. There's an oversaturation and people are just taking the job, whatever's offered. And that's really unfortunate because that affects everybody. That affects me. I've been a nurse practitioner for 6 years and it still affects me because prices are going down, salaries going down, hourly pay's going down. And that's really, really unfortunate. And it makes me scared for a few years into the future what it's going to look like. So outpatient family practice, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 is what I'm seeing. Maybe you can find more. If you know somebody, that's another key. If you know somebody, have some contacts, you might make a little more, but that's what I'm seeing right now. For the inpatient side, so acute care, pediatric acute care, anything acute care, specialized cardiology, GI that has some inpatient roles, you're going to make more. I'm seeing anywhere from $80,000 to about $120,000 a year. Most of these positions, so family practice and these acute care positions, are salaried. So you get salary, you're going to work 40 hours a week. In the inpatient, you may work 7 on, 7 off. But you're going to generally make $80,000 to about $120,000 a year. And that's more in line with what a new graduate nurse practitioner should make, I think. 80 to 120 is good. I would accept that's an appropriate range for someone just coming out of school. Because I think there are fewer acute care providers, there are fewer providers who can work in the inpatient setting. So as a family nurse practitioner, you're really certified to provide primary care and urgent care. You don't really have the scope or the education to work in the hospital setting in an inpatient setting. That's more reserved for the acute care nurse practitioner. And so you're going to generally make a little bit more because there are fewer of those positions out there. There are fewer of those schools out there that, you don't really churn out acute care NPs. You churn out a lot of family NPs. So the acute care, sort of these mosquitoes, the acute care side generally is going to make a little more. On the psychiatric side, I'm not a psych nurse practitioner. I don't really know that many psych nurse practitioners. But from what I've seen online, they're going to make anywhere from about $120,000 to $140,000. That's really good. I think if you have the heart for it, psych is your best bet. If you have the heart for it and you can do it and you want to help those people and you're not going to get burnt out, psychiatric nurse practitioners is where it's at. Because you're going to make good money there. It's outpatient. It's clinic. You're going to get to make good money there. So again, I wouldn't do it for the money, but if you have the heart for those people and you want to help them, that's where it's at right now. I want to speak a little bit to emergency medicine, of course, because that's where I work. Emergency medicine as a new graduate, first of all, it's hard to land a job as a new grad in the ER. I did it. It's not impossible, but the positions are usually reserved for people with experience. Looking back now, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. The ER's challenging. It's fun. You get to make good money, anywhere from $80 to about $100 an hour. I would say $70 to $100 an hour. We're not salaried. We're paid hourly. That's where it's at, emergency department. But again, probably not going to find a new graduate position in the emergency department. I kind of lucked out and found one, but they're not readily available. Most of the providers that work in the emergency department have experience in either emergency medicine or urgent care. You have some experience, you get your feet wet a little bit before you go delve into the emergency side of things, simply because the nature of the work. You're seeing whatever walks through the door. You're seeing a wide range of pathology. You're not just focused on primary care. You're focused on whatever comes in emergency-wise, and you have to be ready to manage and stabilize the patient. So those are a little more challenging to find as a new graduate. Again, not impossible. I did it. Others have done it, but you have to look around, and you probably have to be willing to relocate. But you will make good money in emergency medicine. Okay, number one tip for increasing your salary as a new graduate: negotiate. Negotiate your pay. Whenever you get your contract, ask for more. The worst they can say is no, but you have to ask for more. Personally, I would recommend against accepting anything below about $80,000. $80,000 is really low, but as a new graduate, I think it's reasonable. Always ask for more. Ask for $10,000, $15,000 more. See if they go for it. Again, worst they can say is no. If you don't ask, you're not going to get it for sure. If you do ask, there is a small chance, or there is a good chance that you could get it depending on the position. So always, always, always try to negotiate for more pay. I wish I had known that, 3, 4, 5 jobs ago. Negotiate pay. Again, all they can say is no. Negotiate. That is your best bet. Anything you get through, negotiate for a little bit more. And always be ready to walk away is kind of the point I'm getting to now. If they won't budge, then you have to make a decision. Is it worth it or is it not? If it's worth it, yeah, sure, go for it. If you're not going to find another job as your only opportunity, go for it. However, be willing to walk away. If it's not what you want, it's not what you want to do, it's not the pay you want, the hours aren't great, whatever, X, Y, or Z, be willing to walk away and be willing to negotiate. Comment below. Tell me what your tips are for getting higher pay as a new graduate. I also want to know what people are making as a new graduate nurse practitioner. Again, my subset is Dallas-Fort Worth. I have some friends in that area. That's where I live. I know kind of what the pay is for advanced practice providers, so nurse practitioners, PAs. But I would love to hear from different parts of the United States what you guys are making. So comment below, let me know. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.